Hello everyone, Miss Carrie here. Today I'm going to show you how to create 3 simple but charming card designs featuring cross-stitch embroidery. These are beginner friendly and a great way to blend the love of hand stitching with the art of paper crafting. We are going to be using the Hoop and Stitch die plate from Hip Kit Club. This creates a lovely embroidery hoop design with lots of stitching holes, perfect for adding all of those embroidery details. This comes with a hoop shape, a pin, and a full panel of pre-pierced holes that makes stitching on paper easy. From my crafting stash, I have also brought in some embroidery floss. I'm using a standard 6-strand cotton floss. I have some embroidery wax, some embroidery scissors, size 12 and size 14 embroidery needles, and I'm going to be using the pattern paper from the 6x8 Hip Kit paper pack. These are perfect for card makers who don't want to cut up their 12x12 patterns. The 6x8 format includes smaller versions of the 12x12 designs and pocket cards in multiple sizes, 3x4, 4x6, and others. There are also 3 printed pages of images, icons, labels, phrases, and tags. As I create today's project, I'll bring in a few additional supplies. As always, I encourage you to use what you already have in your collection, but if you would like a list of the items I'm using, one has been provided for you in the description below, along with my discount code and affiliate link to the Hip Kit shop. Let's go ahead and get started with the project. We're going to start by cutting out the hoop and base for our stitching. You'll notice that this die is beautifully detailed. It embosses the stitching texture around the circle on the hoop shape. I'm using a juicy tangerine color cardstock for the hoop. When you cut this, you will get a center circle. You can use that for the back of your embroidery or for layering on a project later. The stitching layer is going to be cut from latte cardstock. It's best to place a piece of wax paper between the die and your cardstock. This helps release all the tiny holes and is going to make cleanup much easier. Once this is cut, this piece won't fit inside the hoop unless you trim it. So I'm going to take the hoop die and center it over the stitched panel. I'm going to line it up with the faint etched guide on the cardstock. I'm going to hold it in place with repositionable tape, and then I'll run it through again to cut a perfect circle. Once this is done, I'm going to use a die pick tool to remove any leftover chads, and then we're ready to start stitching. I'm going to walk you through a cross-stitch sun design that I created just for this die. You can find a downloadable PDF of this pattern on my website, and I've also linked it in the description below. I'm going to start by cutting a 12 to 18 inch piece of 6-strand embroidery floss. For most of this sun, I'm using only 3 strands. I'm going to gently separate the floss. I'm going to set these other 3 strands aside for later. Before I thread my needle, I'm going to run my floss through a bit of embroidery wax. This keeps the threads from fraying, helps them glide through the paper more smoothly, and keeps everything looking nice and clean. Especially on cardstock, where the holes can be a little rougher than fabric. I like to use a size 12 or 14 embroidery needle, especially when we have large stitch patterns like this. Now, I am getting a little bit older and my eyesight's not so great, so I use a needle threader. This has a little wire that goes right through the eye of the needle. You place your floss through the wire and then you can just pull it right through the eye and you've threaded your needle. All right, so I've gone ahead and grabbed the pattern that I'm going to need to stitch this cute little sun design. I'm going to mark my starting point with a pencil. Since this is paper, we're not going to knot the end of our thread. Those are going to create some unwanted bumps. Instead, I'm going to bring the needle up through the lower left hole of the starting point and leave about a 1-inch tail. Then I'm going to tape that tail down with a small piece of clear tape. I'm going to begin with 5 yellow stitches across the top row, going from the lower left to the upper right for the first pass. You can create individual cross stitches if you want, but I find that I get a cleaner look if I create the stitches in 2 passes. Once I get to the end, I'm going to come back across the row to form the X. For those of you who are left-handed, you might go in the opposite direction. It really doesn't matter if you're left-handed or right-handed. What matters is the consistency in your stitches. You want to make sure that all of the bottom stitches slant in the same direction, and all the top stitches go in the opposite direction. All right, so we have our first row complete. I'm one that likes to mark it off my pattern so that I know that I'm done. Row 2 has 7 stitches. I'm going to repeat the same technique. Forward pass first, then return pass to complete the cross stitches. When you're creating your cross stitches, you need to remember that we're working with cardstock, not fabric. You don't want to pull too hard because that could tear the paper or warp your stitches. Use a gentle, even tension. Your stitches should lie flat and the cardstock should stay smooth. I'm going to finish the next 2 rows off camera so that I can show you how to do the row with the cheeks. When we get to the row with the cheeks, we'll add 1 stitch with yellow. Then we're going to skip 1 for the pink. Stitch 5. And then we're going to skip another for the pink and add 1 more yellow. When you go back across, you're going to skip the same spaces where the pink stitches are going to go. I have gotten to the end of my thread here, so I'm going to flip this over to the back and I'm going to carefully run my needle underneath some of these little stitches to secure it in place. Do this gently so that you don't end up tearing any of the cardstock. I have gone ahead and finished that lighter yellow color. I had some extra thread, so I started the rays around the edge. I'm going to bring in that darker orange color and create that first row at the top. We're going to repeat the same process. I'm using 3 strands of embroidery thread, and I'm going to do this 1 row at a time. Remember, instead of making 1 full X in each stitch, you're going to do a row of half stitches first, then come back in the other direction. This creates cleaner tension and a neater finish. And it's much easier for those of you who are beginners. I'm going to finish adding this dark orange stitching off camera, and then we'll work on the sun rays. Now, with traditional cross stitch, you would have added these stitches when you completed each row. But we're working with cardstock that has large stitching holes, and the bits of floss would have shown through. Instead, I'm completing these separately. I'm going to show you how to give this a nice clean look so you don't have to worry about any of the floss showing. I've gone ahead and already secured my thread in place. I'm going to start here with my yellow stitch in the upper right. Now I'm going to go in the same direction as my other cross stitches, but I'm starting at the top instead of the bottom so that I don't have any floss drug behind the holes. As you move across the pattern, you want to make sure that the thread is going diagonal behind those patterns. If it goes vertically or horizontally, there's a chance that some of that floss is going to show through those little die holes. Now, to prevent this, you could add some background stitching around the sun. You could bring in a light blue or a white. I did want to simplify this and make it a quicker project, so I'm not going to be adding those today. All right, I'm going to finish this off camera so that I can show you how to add the facial features. For the cheeks, I used 4 strands of pink floss. This is going to give it a little extra pop. I've already secured my thread in place, and I'm going to add my little cross stitches in each of these empty spots. Now, if you're one who's experienced in embroidery, you could also use a French knot or a decorative stitch. Once those little cheeks are in place, we're going to add the facial features. I'm going to use 2 strands of black floss. For the eyes, I'm going to bring the needle up right here above the cheek, and I'm going to make a single straight vertical stitch. I'm going to repeat that process over here on the right. For the mouth, I'm going to make a diagonal stitch down, then a short horizontal, then a diagonal up. If you loved this technique, I do have 2 more embroidery patterns for this hoop die, a flower and a butterfly. A PDF download of these 2 patterns are available on my website. I have added a link to this in the description below. All right, now we're going to create some very simple cards using those 6x8 pattern papers and these 3 cross-stitch designs. I'm going to start with the sun card. I chose a cloud pattern and a bright yellow that I cut from 6x8 sheets. I'm placing the embroidery frame in the center. I added some foam tape to the back so that it would pop up off the card a bit. To adhere the embroidery pattern in place, I'm also using some foam tape around the edge. For my sentiment, I'm going to cut out a little banner from that printed pattern sheet. There are some dies that cut out some of these 6x8 pocket pages. Those are available on the HipKit site. I'm just going to fussy cut this by hand real quick, and then I'll add it to the lower portion of my embroidery hoop. I'm going to set this aside and show you 2 more cards that I created. The flower has been placed onto a pocket card. This had a white strip across the bottom, so I covered it with some patterned paper. I placed this card panel onto some gray pattern that I cut at 4.5 by 5.25. The embroidery hoop was adhered with some foam tape, and I added the little pin at the top. I'm placing a die cut flower in the upper left corner. Over the top of the flower, I'm going to add this little sentiment that I cut from the printed 6x8 page. Now the red flower on here doesn't quite match the other elements on my card, so I'm going to bring in a little purple puffy sticker and layer it over the top. For my final card, I adhered 2 embroidery hoop die cuts together, and I'm going to layer them in the center of these pattern papers. One has been cut at 3 3/4 by 5 inches. The other has been cut slightly larger. I'm going to adhere my butterfly design over the top with some double-sided tape. Because I filled in that background, I don't need to worry about any of the adhesive showing through the die cut holes. To finish off the card, I'm going to add a little puffy sticker sentiment that says sweet. So here are the 3 finished cards. Each one was made with the same die set, but with different stitching patterns and paper combinations. Today, I walked you step by step, showing you how to create this adorable little sun design. I love how bright and cheerful this card turned out. You also learned how to make 2 other quick card designs using the flower and the butterfly. I hope this inspires you to try combining embroidery with your card making projects. These designs are simple enough for beginners, but the results look so polished and unique. I'd love to know in the comments which stitch design is your favorite. Will you try this technique on a scrapbook page or stick to cards? I want to thank you for joining me today. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more tutorials, and share it with your crafty friends. If you have any questions about this project or supplies I used, feel free to post those in the comments below. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I can't wait to see what you create.